все здесь кого-то теряют.
I think the purpose of wartime propaganda is to simplify, so create a black and white, good versus evil sides. To repeat this endlessly. So all you're going to find, let's say even about this film, from the Ukrainian political establishment, that is propaganda. It's a repetition. So we have this film, and basically because this film is out there, it in some ways disrespects those who have suffered in this war, which it does not. It just shows you another perspective, which you have never seen.
A mai adásban egy rendkívül megosztó témával foglalkozunk. Anastasia Trafimova Orosz frontkatonák között című filmjének már a bemutatóját is botrányok övezték. Százak tüntettek a film premierjének napján Torontóban. Most pedig a Budapesti Nemzetközi Filmfesztiválon az ukrán nagykövetség próbálta meggátolni a film levetítését. Először a fesztivál igazgatójával, Sós Ágnessel beszélgetünk, majd pedig az orosz rendezőnővel, alkotásáról, a háborúról és a kisemberek kiszolgáltatottságáról. Arról, hogy háború idején megfeledkezünk az árnyalt gondolkodás mellett az emberségről is. Az orosz agresszort nem felmenteni szeretnénk, és nem is igazságot tenni, hanem a film szemszögéből bemutatni a kisemberek helyzetét.
Это все нужно снимать. Посмотрим, чем это закончится.
Bármikor is, de most, amikor, vagy lehet, hogy ez mindig így volt, hogy a dezinformáció diadala van. Magyarországon is, de Oroszországban is, és Kínában is, és minden diktatúrában, és autokráciában, és populista rendszerben, ahol például a médiát kezébe veszi a hatalom, az emberek tömegeit hazugság, félretájékoztatás, stb. Éri. Különösen ebben a világban, de bármely világban, a legpozitívabb világban is annál nincsen szebb, amikor a valóságot olyan mélységben ábrázol egy dokumentumfilm, hogyha te hasonlót átéltél, akkor is élvezed, mert akkor meg aha élményed van. Vagy ha rólad szól, akkor is megdöbbensz, mert magadat nem látod ilyen mélységedben, külső szemmel. Tehát bármikor is az embereknek óriásit ad az, hogy mélyre megy valami, még ráadásul egy szórakoztató műfajban, mert ezek mégiscsak filmek, ha kemény, komoly témák is, akkor is filmek. Tehát én azt szoktam mindig mondani már 10 éve, hogy szórakoztató mélység, de különösen fontos akkor, amikor az emberek nem jutnak hozzá az igazságtartalmakhoz.
Ebben a világban, amiről beszéltél, ahol ezek a párhuzamos valóságok valójában megsokszorozódtak, mi a feladata egy dokumentumfilm készítőnek, ha van ilyen?
Ó, hát mindig, hogy az igazság egy szeletét, amit elég fontosnak tart, általános emberi értéknek tart, ami olyan tanulságokat hordoz, ami olyan mélyre megy, hogy az állati kitartó munkával, évek forgatásával, szorgalommal, sokszor pénz nélkül, még ha lesz pénz, akkor sem az első pillanatban sokszor, hát kitartóan ábrázolja, hát ennyi, mindig is ez volt a dolog, ez a feladat, hogy őszintének kell lenni. Én például nem ismerem a propagandafilm fogalmát, ugye furcsa volt nekem ez az év, mert ugye nem léteznek propagandafilmek egy filmfesztiválon, azt a kormányzatok rendelik meg, legyen az játék vagy dokumentumfilm, de ugye ennek én ezzel nem is találkozom, mert egyébként moziba se néz meg az ember ilyet. Én például nem.
A propagandafilmmel kapcsolatban, hogy az egyik fesztiválon vetített film, melynek a címe Orosz frontkatonák, megosztó visszhangot keltett, és már az esemény előtt is támadásnak tette ki a fesztivált. Mesélnél erről, hogy mi történt?
Nem volt megosztó, mert senki nem látta. Ugye itt az történik, hogy az orosz fronton játszódó történet, amely katonák között forog, és inkább orosz ellenes, nem is kicsit, egyáltalán nem a Kreml narratíváját, vagy Putyin narratíváját követi, abszolút kritikusak az orosz katonák. Tudatosan vagy nem tudatosan, még a külsejükben és a felszerelésükben is óriási Kreml, orosz rezsim, birodalom kritika van a filmben, de maguk az orosz katonák, amiket elmondanak, nem tudható pontosan sokszor. Például, hogy ez mennyire a saját véleményük, vagy mennyire az orosz propaganda által beléjük nyomott vélemény. Na most, hogyha ezt ők elmondják, és a közönségre ráeresztik, akkor azt tényként veheti a közönség, ha nem elég felkészült, bármilyen közönség. Ha nincs elég információtartalma. Ezért ukrán részről ezt a filmet nem szeretik. Egyrészt azért, mert az agresszort, aki a háborút elindította, az inváziót elindította, emberként, humánusan ábrázolja, és nem szeretnék az ukránok azt látni, hogy az agresszor is egy ember, de én nem bántom, teljesen igaza van az ukránoknak abban, hogy ezt a háborút kirobbantották. Ez egy invázió. És az, hogy humanizálja ez a film az orosz katonákat, azáltal ők úgy érzik, sok újságíró is a világban, hogy bűnöket fehérre mos a film. Na most ez vagy igaz, vagy nem. Én azt mondom, hogy egy filmfesztiválra mindenképpen elképesztő fontos volt meghívni, mert egy védett környezetben pár száz ember szakértők meghívásával, beszélgetve feldolgozhatja a történteket, lehet kritizálni, vagy nagyon nem, lehet ünnepelni a filmet, vagy szidni, de minden esetre mindenképpen nagyon érdemes a diskurzusra. Minket is diplomáciai szinten felszólítottak arra, hogy ezt a filmet vegyük ki a programunkból.
És ennek ellenálltatok?
Igen, mert meggyőződésünk volt, hogy ez fontos, és ezt mi meg is tudtuk magyarázni, és egy állásfoglalást is kibocsátottunk. A sajtó ezt megkapta, az intézetek megkapták, a kulturális intézetek megkapták magyar-angol nyelven a mi állásfoglalásunkat. És talán ennek is köszönhető, hogy elcsitultak a hangok, ettől még aggódtunk, hogy a moziban magában mi lesz,
de nem történt semmi.
De nem történt semmi.
Сегодня мы выдвигаемся на фронт.
Еду я на свой страх и риск, само собой, без любого разрешения Министерства обороны, немножко втайне от них.
Настя, а ты куда вот это снимаешь?
Документальное кино.
Это фильм про нас будет. Где будет правда.
Я.
Россия и Украина, все это было неразделимо.
По братскому союзу я скучаю.
Даже вот когда я дерусь в драке, то мне всегда нужно знать, что я прав. Мы полезли в драку на Украину, но я себя не чувствую правым.
Был отдан приказ. Мы вошли.
Ну, думаешь, это правильный был приказ?
Не знаю. Я пошел сегодня для того, чтобы завтра не пошли мои дети.
То есть нас отправляют с закрытыми глазами, то есть как слепых котят.
Не кошка. Кто нужна? Кошка? Проебем.
First of all, congratulations on your film, Russians at War. It was a very touching, moving experience.
Thank you.
Can you tell the Hungarian audience what your film is about?
Well, my film follows a Russian battalion as it makes its way across the front lines in Ukraine. And it was important for me to bring this film to the Hungarian audience and to the audience, the worldwide audience, because there has been an extreme lack of any kind of information, especially more like of a human portrait, coming out from the Russian side in the almost 3 years of war. So I felt like it was the opportunity to sort of try to build a bridge between the world in which these soldiers live in and the rest of the world, just to show what it's like.
The film made an exceptional controversial echo. And what is your opinion about that and about the way how the Ukrainian embassy attacked the festival for screening it?
Yeah. Well, we when we released this film, we had no idea it's going to be such a roller coaster, because pretty much in every single festival where the film has screened, the Ukrainian embassy of that country has protested the screening of this film and has demanded for it to be taken out of all the festivals that it was at. I mean, on in a purely political sense, I understand why they are doing what they're doing, but at the same time, they have been invited by pretty much every single festival director that we have spoken to watch the film,
Uh-huh.
and they all flat out refused. So in a sense, it sort of became, that was the big surprise for us, almost like a censorship campaign against the film that they refused to see. So why refuse to see the film? Is it because of the subject matter? Is it because of the fact that it's from Russia? Or is it in that wider campaign of censoring anything out of Russia? So completely cutting out Russian culture, which was sort of the main campaign since the beginning of the war. A lot of Russian artists, a lot of Russian performers, a lot of Russian filmmakers were not allowed to enter the public scene in the past, well, almost 3 years. Slowly it's changing. And every single time that you see a Russian director or some sort of Russian topic appear on stage, it comes with this big scandal. Should this be there and should this not be there? Which is a shock because I'm not really sure if anyone, any other nation or any other ethnicity is being treated in the same way. And I understand that there's a war, and I understand that there's a lot of emotions and there are victims, and this war should never have happened. And I feel a lot of empathy for the people in Ukraine that have suffered because of this, and I wish this was never the case. But at the same time, to censor an entire nation and its people just because they are of a certain nation, I don't believe that this is the right way to go.
And in any of these cases, have you yourself tried to get in touch with the Ukrainian cultural institutes or?
Myself, no, because we do not deal with anyone directly. It is the festivals that select our film based on merit, and it is the festivals that are contacted by the Ukrainian authorities or the political establishment or the embassies.
What would be your direct message to the ones saying it is a propaganda film?
Well, I would have to ask if they have seen it, because usually the answer is no. So the ones that have seen it can't really point out to what is so propaganda about it. You're going to be seeing, I really hope that people here in Hungary do get a chance to see it. And we're very grateful for the Budapest Documentary Film Festival for allowing this screenings.
For taking the risk.
For taking the risk and undergoing through a lot of pressure also. But I believe that we must avoid the militarization of culture and the militarization of cinema, because then it's like as if you're bringing the war here to everyone. But you have to see all perspectives. You have to see the different sides of the story in order to understand it. And I would hope, that people get a chance to see it.
And can you tell us how the general public opinion sees the war right now in Russia? Are they supportive of the special military operation or getting tired of it?
Well, I can tell you, because I've worked quite a bit with foreign correspondents that often went around smaller cities, and this was exactly the question that they wanted to bring back to their audiences. Pretty much everyone we've talked to say the same thing. They wish the war was over. Even the people who support the front, as in they make nets,
yes,
or they collect goods to send to soldiers and all this kind of stuff, they say the same thing. We wish the war would be over soon. In a way, I don't believe anyone wants the war to happen. It's just different people explain the war in different ways. So in Russia, there is a sort of prevalent opinion among those who support, let's say, the troops or the war effort in some sort of way, is that this is a war, a proxy war against NATO, and Ukraine is being used by NATO to fight its war and to weaken Russia. This is the perception, right? And if you understand how people think, I think it's important to sort of navigate through that. So, the popular opinion in Russia, of course, everybody's tired of the war. There isn't this There isn't this big uprising as in, yeah, let's go get them. Or yeah, let's like do something. Or yeah, they deserve it. There isn't this feeling. It's just some sort of kind of attempt to try to explain what is happening with this war. NATO does not really have a good reputation in Russia. And if people here would be curious why, try to put yourself in the shoes of a regular Russian person. NATO has been a threat, or considered to be a threat, by my grandmother's generation, by my mother's generation, and by my generation, because it is the world's largest military alliance. It is incredibly powerful. It has been used in various political conflicts. Its role is declared to be defensive. However, the conflicts where it was used, for example, in Yugoslavia, in Libya, those states never really attacked and never threatened any member states. And the whole point of NATO was to defend the member states, not to attack states that don't threaten them. So in Russia, there is a perception that NATO is an aggressive organization.
That it is an actual threat.
Yes, there is a perception in Russia that NATO is an actual threat. And with this war, you have a lot of people, a lot of soldiers, Russian soldiers, dying from NATO weaponry. Every single time you hear about a NATO weapons package being approved, and there has been quite a few of them, bodies do come home. So how can you convince people in Russia that NATO is not really a threat, right? Because it historically has been seen as a threat, and now NATO is involved in this war as well. Now, of course, you can argue, well, the war started not because NATO, started attacking Russia, but because Russia sent its troops to Ukraine and all this kind of stuff. But for people, it's not about, let's say, the timeline of these facts, but it's about the fact that there are people dying because of NATO.
People on the West say that it is also beneficial for the leaders of Russia to portray this a war to defend Russia and not to attack Ukraine.
Yeah, I mean, if we're going to talk about how this war is portrayed on all sides, it's a whole different subject than the film that I was trying to make. But you're right in the sense that the war is seen as defensive by both sides, and that's the paradox.
You don't need to answer this because you're not a politician, but I rarely have a chance to talk to someone who has been in Russia in the last years. In your opinion, what needs to happen to be able to close this war and get a peace agreement? And do you think it is possible to get this in the near future?
It's a question that we're all wondering, because by all, I mean really all. Every time I had the chance to go to another city to get connected to the internet, and I would come back to the battalion that I was filming with, the soldiers would gather around me and just ask me, so are they negotiating yet? Mm-hmm. Is it coming to something? What are they saying in Moscow? What's the latest from Biden? What is happening? I think everybody's tired of this war. And how it will end, it's determined by the powers that be, it's determined by the political leaders and by whatever interest groups are participating in this war. It's not up to the ordinary people.
But you think that the will of the ordinary people has already been that they want it to end?
I don't think ordinary people wanted to start in any war. I don't think ordinary people wanted it to start at all. And definitely, of course, I think they want it to be over as soon as possible. But the tragedy of it all is that the voice of the ordinary people on all sides does not matter. Nobody really listens to them. Should we end this war? Should we do this? Should we do this? This is now in the hands of the political leaders. And what they're going to do with this, and the responsibility that they have, is enormous. The responsibility not just for Russia and Ukraine, but for peace in general. Because what I've been observing for the past almost 3 years is that there has been a huge push for militarization, for fear-mongering, and for almost escalating the situation. And this is scary, because I don't want the war to continue, and I don't want the war to become larger. I don't want us to end up in World War III. But unfortunately, I do not have the chance to affect it. My hope as a documentary filmmaker is at least to bring the views of the other side. Because in the war, as they say, the first thing that's lost is the truth. But the other thing that's lost is some sort of humanism. We, on the one hand, want to believe that we adhere to those humanist values, that we should not discriminate between people, that all people are equal, that we have to share this world. But at the same time, when it comes to war, you have a huge effect of propaganda, which has to dehumanize the enemy du jour, whoever is the enemy today, let's say. So when you start believing this dehumanization, and you start seeing the other as primitive, violent, non-human, all these kinds of things, you lose those values of humanities that you say you want to believe that you adhere to, without even realizing it, perhaps. And that's what happened in this war. So my hope as a documentary filmmaker was to just build a small bridge so you see each other as human beings. When we're talking about just human beings, we're not talking about the political level. We're not doing an analytical films about the causes of the war. We're not doing any of that. It's just to see each other as humans. Would you like to see what the other side is experiencing in this war? This is the portrait of that.
In connection with these propaganda voices, I would like to ask you, how does Russia think about Hungary right now? As an ally or as an enemy?
Well, I mean, I can't really give you a census. I haven't conducted a census across Russia myself. But I think overall, people in Russia are extremely cautious in terms of kind of looking for allies in the West. Because there's sort of a census that Russia has been cut off from the outside world, from the Western world. And there's not much really trust into somebody wanting to kind of be an ally, a lasting ally.
You said that people are very cautious of this. Does it mean that Viktor Orban's outsider position towards the war in the EU is a well-known thing in Russia?
Yeah, in that sense, I think it's kind of like a cautious curiosity about what is the nature of this thing, because I think there was recently a vote on yet another sanctions package that Mr. Orban opposed, but then he didn't oppose it. So that's why when I mean,
He just left the room and went out for a coffee.
Yeah, I'm not sure how exactly it happened, but that's why when you're talking about popular opinion about other presidents in Russia, it's very cautious. For example, there was this kind of ongoing belief, but it was more of a humorous, I guess, belief that when Trump's going to come to power, he's going to finish the war, and everything will be, well, not fine, but at least there will be peace. That belief, I think, sort of quickly faded. So it's more became like a running joke. Well, Trump's gonna fix my life,
In 24 hours.
Yeah, I have a test to write tomorrow. Where's Trump? Or I have like personal problems. Where's Trump? He's gonna come and fix it all. So it's not really. There's no kind of belief in any politician that's gonna come and save you, in a way.
And is it well known that on the West, politicians and the media calls our Prime Minister Putin's puppet?
It's not that well known, though, to be honest. Like, I would assume, considering if Mr. Orban is considered to be an outsider, so other states are more in line with sending more weapons and supporting the war effort or whatever, or sanctions. And if he's opposing that, I would assume that would be logical. I read that the Mr. Fico of Slovenia, Slovakia. Sorry, right, Czechoslovakia, that he's also considered to be kind of not falling in line. But it seems like there is a shift in politics right now, in the sense that what to do about this war since Trump came to power. So politics is a very fluid thing. It's a very fluid thing. So yesterday's promises do not necessarily have to reflect today on all sides. That's why when it comes to, I guess, popular opinion in Russia, it's cautious.
And what would you message, not to the politicians of Hungary, but to the ordinary people who we talked about? What do they need to know about the situation, about the war? What would be your message to the Hungarian audience?
Well, if we talk about the war specifically, I mean, it's important to understand that this war is a tragedy for everybody. It's a tragedy for everybody. And nobody is going to bring back the people that died in this war. And I can speak for myself that, and I think I can speak for a lot of people. I think I can speak for the majority of people inside Russia. There was never ordinary people. There was never a desire to have this war. And for most of us, the war came as a shock. I was working with the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation, the CBC, on several days before the war began. And we were doing street interviews around the border towns between, well, on the Russian side, between Russia and Ukraine. And we were asking people, do you think the war would begin? And this was like a few days before the war actually began. And everybody sort of told us we are absolutely crazy and absolutely stupid to be asking questions like this. We're just like listening to the wrong people. Of course there will be no war. It's just a contest between politicians. They're just trying to threaten each other. No one believed that there would be something. And then, bam, and you're living in a new reality. A reality that we never voted for, that we never chose. I think all ordinary people, maybe it's what I'm going to say is a bit banal, but I think all ordinary people just want to live in peace. They do not have desires to end up in a situation where they have to be fighting someone. So that's the one thing about the war. Another thing I'd like to say is that we had some great discussions about propaganda in this festival. And I guess one of the questions that was posed is, how do you protect yourself from propaganda, and how do you realize what is propaganda? And because our film has been accused by the Ukrainian political establishment, who hasn't watched it, of being propaganda, I would just like to put my 2 cents. I think the purpose of wartime propaganda is to simplify, so create a black and white, good versus evil sides. To repeat this endlessly. So all you're going to find, let's say even about this film, from the Ukrainian political establishment, that is propaganda. It's a repetition. And of course you have to build on some emotional message. So we have this film, and basically because this film is out there, it in some ways disrespects those who have suffered in this war, which it does not. It just shows you another perspective, which you have never seen. The purpose of documentary is the opposite of propaganda. It's the ideological opposite. It is to make you see the complexity of a situation, of a human being. And I think we cannot always know the historical background, the reasons, the interests in any conflict or just any situation in general. But if we do watch a film or a report or read an article, we just have to see what kind of message is it trying to bring across. And if it's a message that you feel is about simplification, about vilification of an entire nation or its people, about getting you to sort of hate someone or something, that most likely is in the line of propaganda. If the message is for you to think, you to ask questions and not have an answer for you, just you to ask questions and to understand the complexity behind a person, I think that's more in line with the mission of documentary filmmaking.
Thank you very much, and hope many Hungarians will have the chance to watch this film and make their own questions about it after.
Thank you very much.
Да, естественно, все здесь кого-то теряют.
Туман войны настолько густой, что разглядеть в нем судьбы отдельных людей почти невозможно.
Это все нужно снимать. Посмотрим, чем это закончится.
Начать войну очень просто. А вот закончить, ебать, ты попробуй это сделать.
Control.hu. Eljött az ideje.